Breaking. Nnamdi Kanu stands firm on demands for Southeast development amid political speculation. To my dear listeners, good evening from wherever you're listening from. Before I go into details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe, and share. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, remains unwavering in his stance against the marginalization of the Southeast region. As affirmed by his brother, Kanu. In an exclusive interview with Daily Post, Kanuta made it clear that Kanu will not shift his position, even if released from detention, and cautioned the federal government against leveraging Kanu's release for the 2027 presidential election campaign. He emphasized that Kanu continues to advocate for essential infrastructural upgrades in the Southeast, reiterating that his demands have always focused on basic needs rather than independence. Kanuta pointed out that Kanu demands, articulated during a meeting on August 30th, 2017, at the Enugu State Government House, were straightforward. He stated that Kanu asked for improvement in roads, hospitals, education and job creation through factories. His release will not change anything because he made a simple demand. He never mentioned anything about Biafra, Kanuta explained. He suggested that if the government cannot meet these demands, they should consider reverting to the 1960 Constitution, which allows for regional autonomy. When asked if Kanu would reduce his agitation if these demands were addressed, Kanuta urged for dialogue. They should dialogue with him. Why is it difficult for them to dialogue with him? He questioned. He criticized the government's lack of engagement and recalled how precious attempts at negotiations were met with hostility, highlighting a pattern of neglect towards Kanu's concerns. Kanuta also expressed frustration over the political climate in Nigeria, stating that many are dissatisfied with the current union and calling for a change. He remarked on the widespread discomfort among citizens regarding economic hardships such as skyrocketing food prices and fuel costs. Nobody should blame anybody. What we are seeking is a better life, he asserted. Speculation surrounding the Northern oligarchy's involvement in Kanu's continued detention was addressed by Kanuta, who acknowledged that while some believe President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is siding with certain political interests to prolong Kanu's detention due to upcoming elections, he personally views this differently. He attributed Kanu's ongoing struggles to Southeast politicians who benefit from insecurity and have failed to advocate for his release. Regarding potential interventions from figures like Bianca Lojuko, Kanuta expressed cautious optimism but emphasized that real change would only come through action rather than mere words. He criticized the influence of politicians who obstruct honest communication between the presidency and those who understand the realities on the ground. Kanu also discussed Simon Ekpa's role in fueling insecurity in the southeast, dismissing him as a mere content creator rather than a genuine freedom fighter. He argued that politicians are using Ekpa as a scapegoat while failing to address systematic issues contributing to unrest. As he concluded his remarks on Kanu's prolonged detention and its implications for Igbo people within Nigeria, Kanuta called for accountability from both politicians and security agencies. He lamented that while other activists have been released or acquitted, Kanu remains imprisoned without clear justification. In light of this development, what strategies can be employed to facilitate meaningful dialogue between government officials and regional leaders? How can communities unite to address the root causes of unrest effectively? Will political leaders prioritize genuine reform over personal ambitions as Nigeria navigates its complex? Now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.